Welcome back. What? Were
Sorry.
you talking over me?
I was. I'm like, does the brightness suck?
No, you're glowing, darling. You're glowing.
The big ass screen in front of me, but it's gonna go dark. Anyways, hi everyone.
Hi. Welcome to our bedrooms.
Did you check to see how many views we even got last time for the last episode?
No.
So last time I checked, which was like, I think it was Saturday, we had on Buzzsprout, it was like 14 plays, but we had 17 views.
Yeah. Does that mean we're pretty?
I think that means that I've watched it more than once. I don't know if that counts.
I don't think so, because it's on our account.
True that.
But anyway, this is
Okay.
going to go up as episode 2 on YouTube, so.
Episode 36.
Yep.
On other platforms.
Of course.
Right?
So, and I have to say, I like your red walls better than my beige bullshit up in here.
I did not choose this wall paint.
This wall paint?
It was here when I got here. Yeah.
So, but I haven't decorated since like high school, so you see the Sherlock.
I mean, I feel like that's still pretty significant in your life. What is it?
Harrison Ford up in here.
Oh, yeah. What's above it?
We got Animal House, John Belushi. Where this black and white is 60s Batman.
Can't see the black and white.
Just the half, this little. You suck. Bookings over there.
I only see what I see.
There.
I know. I do love your room setup. Interesting things to talk about.
Interesting things to talk about.
Yeah. So I finished Teen Wolf.
Yes.
I saw that.
my dust.
I finished Teen Wolf.
You did, and I got a spattering of angry text messages from you. So please do tell. What are your thoughts?
I don't even know where to start.
Let me just say it's been a while since
you've watched
because I saw it when it aired, the last season.
Mm-hmm.
So that was 2 years ago.
17.
Shit, 3 years ago.
It was like June of 2017. No, September of 2017.
Okay.
Some shit like that. So, my elbow.
So it's been a while for me. So if I forget things,
I got you. So season 6 was split into 2.
Yes.
Dylan was gone for most of part 1.
Right.
Because
he was there like the last couple.
Well, he was there for like the very first, I think like maybe 1 or 2 episodes. Somewhere in the middle there was an episode, and then right towards the end.
Yeah. It was a spattering. Because
he was taken by the Wild Hunt, which was the whole thing, which I was fine with because he was still very much there in essence.
Uh-huh.
You know?
He was their goal the whole time.
Nietzscheslav? What the fuck?
What?
That's his name!
Yes!
That's crazy!
But
and also fitting.
Yeah. But
I liked it.
Styles just like
it hits. Yeah. So
I think that was a mystery though, like the whole series.
Yes. When his dad I know, right? Well, they didn't really even make it an actual mystery until like I think is when season 3 when he turned into the bad thing, the Japanese bad thing.
Yep.
Because they were talking about speaking his real name or whatever, and then after that,
sorry,
I forget what it was. It's right there, but I don't want to botch it. So like I do everything else. So that's when it became like a thing.
Yeah.
But anyways,
I remember that.
So I think it broke my heart when his dad remembered him.
I love their relationship.
Grosses me out that I cried. I cried a lot.
I cried a lot during that show. Don't even.
I did. I don't hate that Argent and Melissa got together, Scott's mom.
Oh no, I thought it was the cutest thing ever.
I did too.
love Prism.
I did get mad that they killed off Deucalion.
Really? Well, yes.
Yeah. Because I really feel like he would have been such a good asset.
I will say 4, 5, and 6 are my least favorite seasons because they just go like, what?
Because they're only the 12 episodes.
Well, not
Wait,
only that,
4,
but
5, and
Allison's
6.
gone. Yeah.
So the last 3 seasons?
Allison's gone. Like
Don't really care.
They wear in like they bring it in like the Were Panthers and shit.
There was no Were Panther.
Yeah, the
You're thinking about True Blood.
No. Like the
There was a Were Coyote. Oh, the Kate.
Yeah.
Were Leopard or whatever the hell she was. I didn't really care for that much. It didn't bum me out that Allison was gone.
It just took a while for me to process, I think.
I remember watching that. I watched that episode. Like, I had missed a lot when I was like watching it and it was on TV. And then I remember people talking about how they killed off Allison. And I watched that episode and I wasn't mad at it because I didn't like her with Isaac. I didn't like where that was going. I didn't like that
either. Oh.
I didn't really like where that was going. I did, however, get mad that they removed Isaac completely.
Yeah. Maybe it's I like the bat. I just call them the baddies, like the monsters in the later seasons, like the skull people. I don't even know.
Oh, the berserkers.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
All right, so why were you angry then with the last season? Why were you angry?
Because it didn't end. Like, Monroe still got away, and that was the one that I wanted dead the most.
Yeah. I
can't.
Our clan was back together, and they were teaching the new generation.
But how is Styles there when he was still doing his shit at the FBI? Oh my God, that scene where he's like talking about saving Derek, and Derek's like, that's not what happened. And then it's like shoots to like him carrying Styles out crying.
Yep. Pure gold. I love
that. That was great. I have to say that between like seasons 5 and 6, they really like pushed it with their comedic moments because it was so serious.
Yeah.
And then when they brought Liam in, and after he got his whole IED thing in order, he just became like the big pun of the joke the whole time.
Yep.
And I was okay with all of that.
And Styles and Scott were like the big brothers.
I loved it.
I loved that.
Did not necessarily like, I liked Kira.
Her name was Kira?
Yeah. Spelled just like Kira's.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
I knew it was K, but I forgot what it was exactly.
Yeah, that's bugging me that I can't remember. Let me see if I can find it. My internet hasn't been working. Oh, wait, where's my...
Your phone's being used, sweetie.
No, I know where my phone is. Thank you very much. I thought my iPad was in here.
Oh. By the way, while she looks this up, can we just peep that bat skull next to her?
You can see it?
Yeah. I love that.
I like it too. I think it's cute. Amazon. And it's hefty too. Like, it's definitely a weapon.
Mm-hmm. Those ears.
Nagitsune. I didn't even get to where I needed to get to, and I remembered the name. It's Nagitsune.
Ah!
That's what Styles was.
Thank you. Yep.
Yeah. So, that whole season, one of my children just woke up. Hold on.
How do you know?
Because I heard the door and there's footsteps.
Okay. I think they're okay.
They might come in. That's why I said, hold on. I didn't want to be interrupted. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Quarantine's fun.
Go brush your teeth. Sorry. That whole season with the Nagitsune, like, that part was fun because it was Styles playing the bad guy, which...
Good shit.
And the fact that he came back in season 6 part 2 as the Nagitsune for just like a split second.
Yep.
That was amazing. But I didn't like how involved it was with Kira. And it also gave no answers.
Yeah, they just kind of like left it.
Yeah, so like she becomes this great, awesome thing, and then it's like too much for her to handle, so she disappears into the desert.
Yep.
So that was a little annoying. I didn't mind that Derek was gone because they were filtering, like they were trying to filter him out since like late season 4. They were like showing less and less of him, so I kind of saw where it was going. Where
I wonder
like,
if that's because of Superman.
It probably was. I'm sure of it.
Because he's got
I'm
that
sure of it.
Superman jawline, I guess.
He does. What else was it? Jackson and Ethan came back for nothing.
They really did. They just wanted to bring everybody back.
It came back, and thank you for the clarification that Jackson is not only part werewolf, but also part Kenema with his fucking tail and poisonous claws. But then, like, y'all just died.
They just wanted to bring everybody back before they ended. That's all that was. I wish they would have
brought Isaac back. I think that would have been also fun.
I liked him.
I feel like
he's British too.
Yeah, I know. Because he was in what was he in? I think he was in the originals for a brief moment.
I never watched that, so.
I know you don't. And they also so the originals was a spinoff from Vampire Diaries, and then Legacies was the spinoff for the originals. And I got on Netflix yesterday for like the first time ever in months, I feel. And I saw that Legacies has season 2 up. That's brand new. So I will be, don't shake your head at me.
That's not,
whatever.
I can't. A spinoff of a spinoff.
Yeah, but it works because they have, oh God, what's his name? I think it's Matt something. He was in Legally Blonde as Elle's boyfriend that almost failed out of Harvard or whatever.
I know the face.
He's amazing. I love him. I love his character in that series. So it works for me. I get it. I understands it. I needs it. I likes it. I wants it. So what else? Yeah. I think I'm good with Teen Wolf. It's just like this open-ended thing with Monroe pissed me off.
They gotta leave you with something.
And what has Tyler Posey done since then?
He's been just working on his music, from what I can tell.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, because I follow him on Instagram, and it's usually all about his band. So.
Really? I need to get on that.
You need to.
Yeah. So
he was on Jane the Virgin for a little bit.
Okay, so I've been told to watch that.
It's funny, but not funny. It's just cute.
Yeah. I do the funny, cute, lovey thing in movies for a reason, because I don't like too much of it. Like, I can't sit there for a whole series. I'll watch a movie Daniela just to get my feels in. Who?
Daniela. She likes it.
Yeah, no.
They have like funny Telemundo things happening.
Girl, I had enough of Telemundo between the ages of 6 and 10. I don't need any more Telemundo in my life.
All right, well then don't watch it, because then you won't like it.
No. Yeah, I'm excited that I watched it. I feel like also they might have left it open-ended because maybe they thought they could bring it back.
Although, I'm not on Twitter a lot, but I still have a notification for when Tyler posts. And he actually posted recently about wanting to do a reunion with everybody. And Coach, who I fucking love.
He came at the end.
I think besides Styles, he's like my favorite character because he was so funny.
I loved him, and I don't know why in the last part of season 6, me and Javi said the same thing. Like, why does he look like Christopher Walken in Sleepy Hollow as the Headless Horseman?
Is it the hair?
Because it was like blown out and combed back. Yeah. I was just like, what the fuck is this?
Yo, Coach was my fucking favorite. Loved him.
I loved Coach.
But he was like,
really?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, you go.
Okay, fine. I hated Liam in that first episode that he was introduced.
Yeah.
Because he was like better than everybody.
Yeah.
And it pissed me off. Then, do you remember Theo?
Yep.
feelings and thoughts.
What do you mean?
So, how
I like her.
Theo, who's her?
Wait, you're not talking about his girlfriend. What's her name?
Malia.
Ah.
That was
No.
Styles' girlfriend first.
No.
I'm talking about the
Liam's girlfriend.
Who?
Shush. I know what I'm talking about.
Oh, no, not her.
Who's Theo?
Theo is the kid that came in with the Dread Doctors. How is that season so...
Yes.
That season was so important to season 6 and 6 part 2, and also at the same time so forgettable.
It was, because I forgot until you said Dread Doctors, and I was like, those
because
things.
the Dread Doctors were responsible for that Nazi, which I thought was fucking mind-blowing how they were able to tie in Nazis into this world.
Because there's always Nazis in fucking everything.
Of course. So they brought, at their demise, the Nazi came in for season 6 part 1. And then when he got killed off, I forget what it was in that event that opened up for the Nazi, whatever the fuck it was, for part 2, the fear part or whatever.
It was relevant.
It was, which I thought was so weird because as soon as season 5 was over, I had already forgotten about the Dread Doctors.
Yeah, I completely forgot about them too until you said it.
And that whole steampunk thing, I didn't like it. But
it was kind of cool.
I don't know. But Theo's the kid that came in as the first Chimera.
Yeah.
Or the first partial successful Chimera, and then he stayed on.
I remember now, yeah.
Yeah. I had it was like this fucking thing with him where I hated him and I loved him. He reminded me a lot of Peter.
Yeah.
Because it was all about, is it self-perseverance or some shit like that?
Self-preservation?
What did I say? Perseverance? Whatever. But yeah. I don't know. I had this love thing with him. And then it's like any moment that him and Liam were together, it's either you guys are meant to be brothers or are you going to kiss already?
Pretty much.
That's the whole feels that I had with that.
Yeah, and he's an All-American now.
What's All-American?
It's on Netflix.
Oh, he was also in Pretty Little Liars.
Yes, even though I never watched that.
Such a cutie.
He is cute.
And he plays that evil part so well, and I think it's because he's a good-looking kid.
And you never expect it. You think he's like the...
Yeah.
Whatever.
Because he plays innocent so well as well.
Yeah. Let's play our game so that we're done Teen Wolf.
Wait, I have to bring in one more thing.
What?
Casey Diedrich has been circling my social media and television brain, entertainment brain for months now.
Yeah.
And I finally remembered why I even started to rewatch Teen Wolf, and it was because I read that he was in an episode of Teen Wolf.
Oh.
So we get to the episode, he comes in as a hellhound, gets killed by episode 2, only to be revived and killed again. Totally pissed. Like, what? Easiest way to make a paycheck. Yeah. Ooh, ow.
She's a hot mess right now.
It's because my chair is little. All right. So we're going to... How did we skip over this? You know why? Because we didn't make an outline. That's why.
We're just, going after it, guys, because COVID-19. Just blame everything on it.
I'm good with that. Okay. Why were you upset the last time you shot it at the television? Teen Wolf.
What I watched, Money Heist, that we're going to talk about in a minute.
Oh, we'll get into that.
Yeah.
So, what path not chosen do you think about the most?
Not going to college.
Hold on. What? Because you went, didn't you?
Yes.
Oh, you not wanting to, or I see what you mean.
Meaning not going to college where the path would take me. I'd be somewhere. I'd probably have a house. Because I wouldn't have, $165,000 worth of debt.
The last time I spoke to you about it was like 98 grand.
Well, yeah,
I didn't.
it was an estimate at that point.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah, I didn't really know because then I didn't have
the extent of it.
that doesn't include my credit card. So.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, well, it's not 70 grand or whatever. So.
Okay, good. I think a lot about so when I was like younger, I really wanted to be a tattoo artist and I didn't. Just because everybody told me that was really stupid. And you're not gonna make any money off of that, blah blah blah. And now look at these tattoo artists making $200 an hour.
Yeah.
Literally could have just booked a 4-hour session and made, what is that, 2 4 6 $800 in a day easily.
And don't they retain most of it? Well, it depends.
It's like a barber shop where you pay for your rental, you pay rent for your space.
Yes.
But that's it.
Yeah.
You pocket the rest.
That's crazy. No,
and I feel like
the only thing that sucks is you have to be really good at those.
Yeah, but I feel like I could have been.
Yeah.
Like if I had just gone to art school.
I could totally see you doing that too.
I know. It's very annoying. I think about it all the time. Because it's literally like you can make your money for the week in a day.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, maybe I should just become a plumber or something because then I can make bank.
You can just like do your job. I always say like I don't want to force my kids to go to college. And my mom looked at me like I was insane. She's like, they have to go. And I was like, I would rather them go to technical school than end up with this huge debt go to school for something that they might never use.
Let me give everybody a nice little life comparison here. I went to college, okay? Easily came out of there with 6 figures worth of debt, right? Plus masters, which was my fault. So, but I have a cousin who's my age, did not go to college, went to I forget the actual term, but like hairdressing school.
Yeah, it's like a technical school.
Yeah. So she did that, finished, got her certificate, immediately went to work. Now, and she has enough money that a few years ago she moved out to Colorado, has her own place. Like her and her brother never went to school, and they both make way more than I do. They both love what they do, and they have their own places in life, and they're both younger than I am, and I still live at home because I have
so much debt. Yeah.
So
it's sad.
Whoa.
It's really sad.
I know.
I think
so that's why
college is such a scam sometimes. Like if you want to go in to be like a lawyer or a doctor, then I see why you would need that.
Yeah.
Anything else?
You have to go to be an RN, you know.
Like in the medical field or anything like that. But even business, like you can just take a couple courses and they have like
yeah.
What the fuck are those called? It's like a 1-day thing, like a seminar type of thing. You can go to seminars. Yeah, workshops, shit like that. Learn what you need to learn and then just go about your business. There's no need to go to, my brother went to Providence State for 4 years for business and he sells cars now.
Because the whole point of going to college is to get a job. So if you can get a job.
But I feel what they're selling more now too is the college experience. Which is so stupid because they now have these summer camps for adults that give you your college experience.
Yep.
You pay like $400 or some shit like that for like a weekend at a summer camp for adults, and there's your college experience.
I don't get that, but okay.
Drinking and passing out. But what else? Speaking of money.
Yes.
You watched the Money House. What is it? Casa de Papel.
La Casa de Papel. Which, all right, translates to the paper house.
Yeah.
So where the fuck are they getting Money Heist from?
Well, paper.
I know, but anyway.
But you're like, that's so stupid.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah. Thanks, Netflix. So it's one of my favorite shows ever on Netflix, and it's called Money Heist on Netflix, but it's really called La
La
Casa
Casa
de
de Papel.
Papel, because it's a Spanish language show, takes place in Spain. Fucking love it. Season 4 came out Friday, the 3rd of April. And I finished yesterday, the 4th of April, which is surprising for me because
It
it took
is.
me a while. It's 8 episodes, but because I love the show so much, I watched like the first 2 that Friday night. And then yesterday, I said, okay, I'll watch a couple, finish it up tonight so that we can talk about it today. Yeah, no, my ass was on that couch for like 5 hours and just like,
I texted you like 4 times and I got no responses.
yeah,
I was like, okay then.
I'm sorry about that. But
It's okay.
but it's because every episode ends on such like a cliffhanger that you can't help but just continue that next.
Could you imagine if
What?
that was spread through like 8 weeks and it was like a weekly thing? My panic would be like, oh.
Yeah, no. So I don't miss doing that for regular
No, me
TV
neither.
at all.
But I
But
also hate binging because it's over.
yeah, that's true. But it leaves you there with more. So
That's
you
true.
just watch from the beginning again.
You started over again.
So anywho, Money Heist, for those who don't know, follows like a smart group of thieves. And in season 1 and season 2, they were um at the Mint of Spain, which is where they print money, and that was their heist.
Casa de Papel makes sense.
Yeah, but now season 3 and 4 is they're in the Bank of Spain, and they're melting
That's
gold.
the same crew?
Same crew. Love it. But there's
like Animal Kingdom. They just don't get caught.
That's because of the complexity of their crime. Is very smart. But it's so character driven that the heist becomes secondary at that point because it's all about them getting away with it. It's the
How
crew.
many in the crew?
About less than a dozen.
That many people? I don't know if I could depend on that many people to do a job like that.
Yo. But it's so smartly written, and it's so they have the crew inside, but then they have El Profesor who's outside. And he's like watching everything and telling them what
Yeah.
to do, making sure that the police are doing what they do, but he taunts with the
So
police.
are all the heists like planned out by the professor, or is it
Yes.
like a group effort? Oh, so he's just the one mastermind recruiting people who are just really good at what they do type of thing.
Now,
okay.
There's no multiple heists. This is one heist in season 1, season 2.
Yeah, it's like that show 24 where the whole show
pretty much
was in span of 24 hours.
Yeah. So it's not like Animal Kingdom where they do like little things.
Yeah.
But it's to the point where the professor teaches his crew how to surgically remove bullets from each other so that if somebody gets shot, they have all the tools they need in the bank with them to save their life. Like, that's to the extent that this crew needs to know.
Do they go into the lives of these people?
Yes.
Okay, so this professor guy must be like top notch at everything that he does.
He's like the sexiest nerd I've ever seen because of his intelligence.
Oh, I was gonna say, who is it?
No.
So it's not a physical thing.
No, it's just, and he gets so
like Sheldon.
No, not like that at all.
Oh, it's funny.
I don't even do it justice. It's just one of my favorite shows of all time. So whenever I heard it was coming out, oh, the excitement was so real.
I've heard people say pretty much the same thing. Like, I'm so speechless, I can't even describe it. I just know that it's my favorite thing to watch.
Listen, you've got the drama, right?
Right.
That's people trying to work together, so it's about them, right? But it's also extremely action-packed. You've got guns, military-grade weapons, like bazookas going off. You've got hard-grade military, like, weapons with them and the cops outside. It's a lot of action, explosions, people get shot.
That does sound like your thing.
It's so my thing.
Yeah.
And they keep you on the edge of your seat the whole time, which is why you have to keep watching. Because it's like,
I get it.
One thing.
It's like Javi and I were talking about Jack Ryan on Amazon Prime.
I want to
with
start that.
John Krasinski. And I was just like, I don't know if it'll be my thing. And I think it's just like, I don't want to dive into something else and just be obsessed by it, because I tend to do that. I get obsessive.
Yep.
So I need to pace myself. Like,
just got done with Teen Wolf.
Yeah, exactly. I just got over Teen Wolf. So let's wait. Swallow is now available on demand. I can rent it for $6.99.
So bad.
Me too. It looks fucking creepy.
Yeah, and I like that chick. She was in The Equalizer.
I must have seen her somewhere else.
Fuck, she is in something else.
Javi has seen the Equalizer movies.
Love
but I can try to look it up.
But I like her a lot, so I'm excited to watch Swallow. It's an IFC film, so
I don't know what that means.
IFC is a network.
Okay, like, so it's not gonna be. Yeah, okay.
But they have a film division.
I don't know what's going on with my internets.
I got you. Listen. But it's now available on demand, and is it to rent or is it just?
Yeah, you can rent it for $6.99.
I was gonna say, because now that nobody can go to movie theaters, Amazon is showing
streaming
in theaters, but for a higher price to rent. Because I wanted to watch The Invisible Man.
I wanted to watch that one too.
$20 fucking to freaking rent.
But that might have hit theaters. That wasn't a network movie. That was like
that's theater. No, that's what I'm saying. Amazon is taking movies in theaters, putting them
on.
Well,
they should let you rent it for the price of a regular fucking AMC ticket. Which I guess isn't. It's not. I mean, it's 16 something or other. It's another $4 to rent it.
This girl was in The Girl on the Train.
Ah, that's what it was. Yes, we talked about this.
We did talk about this. Well, that movie at least. Oh, The Hole. I forgot about that movie. That's a cute one. No?
Nope.
The same guy who did Gremlins. I forget his name right now. But Joe Dante. He did the Gremlins movie, so it's kind of like that campy children movie. So if you guys haven't seen The Hole, no, it's a good one. I like it.
Okay.
There's a creepy little clown puppet. Maybe that's why.
I'm all set right there. Did you see that they put the Killer Clowns from Outer Space on Netflix? Tiffany was like, now you can watch it. I was like, no.
Why does Tiffany, we don't want to watch it. You know why? Because clowns are scary, and those clowns are especially scary. Okay?
Terrifying. And she's like, but it's so funny. And I'm like, I believes you. I'm not gonna do it.
I don't want to. I'm all set with the clowns, okay?
I think the next thing I'm gonna watch is a CW series. It's about 2 seasons in. Again, Casey Diedrich is kind of haunting me right now. It's called In the Dark. And it's about this blind woman who's like a wicked bad drunk, and she finds her friend like murdered or something, and she's like out on trying to figure out who killed her friend, but she's blind.
Huh.
Yeah. It said it was like comedy drama-esque. I guess we'll see.
Well, I finished up Money Heist, and now I want to finish Tiger King. So
listen,
I know
I called you this morning.
Yeah, we weren't going to talk about Tiger King because everybody else is, but
right.
It's so fucked. You have to.
The first thing I said to you was, "I done fucked up." And you said, "Why?" And I was like, "I started Tiger King. I'm so ashamed. I hate jumping on bandwagons, but I'm so sick of looking at fucking memes about Joe Exotic and Carol Baskin or whatever the fuck her name is,
and not knowing what it's talking about."
No, and I think the meme that pushed me, someone had on their door, did Carol Baskin murder her husband? And then I said yes or no. And Amazon delivery people were leaving their packages beneath their answer.
I didn't see that one.
I'll see if I can find it. I'll send it to you. And everyone's packages were underneath yes. So I was like, okay, what the fuck is this about? So you and I have both watched 2 episodes, right?
Yep.
Why is no one talking about Doc?
This dude is so he's worse than Joe Exotic.
I think it's because we haven't gotten to like the part where it gets really bad.
Yeah.
But as of right now,
They said he killed cubs, like, in the middle of the night. How fucked
Yeah.
is that?
That once they basically lose their purpose, he just gets rid of them. Once they basically make no more money for him and they start becoming a bill, he gets rid of them.
Listen.
That was not the weirdest part, though. Like,
No,
it's just
no,
this
no.
guy's entire... The only thing I liked about this dude was his couch.
The only reason is because Joe Exotic looks fucked up. Doc does not look fucked up. He just is.
Do you know what I think it is for me? Now, people, please bear with us because this is only 2 episodes in. I think Joe Exotic owns everything that he is. He owns it.
Oh, yeah.
He just is. Carol is like fucking delusional.
Yeah.
And then this Doc guy is just the fakest fucking person I've ever seen on television.
Same. But, and it's interesting that he's so big in that big cat zoo world that he even has his animals in like Hollywood movies.
Right. And I was like,
whoa.
I had said to you, it's like Hollywood. So I think I've said this more than once on here that I don't like zoos.
No.
If animals are in rehabs, that's fine. I don't agree with people showcasing rehab animals like a zoo, but calling it a rehab. If you work for a rehabilitation center and you're truly trying to like nurture these animals and help them get better and then to release them back to wherever it was that they came from, I'm all for that. Zoos, I can't. Even the aquarium, like it gets a little hard for me to go there.
Yeah, let's talk about like just Doc in general. The whole breeding, because he was breeding lions and tigers together to make ligers.
Yeah, but he doesn't call them ligers. He calls them big cats.
Yeah, but those animals are not like, you know, they're not healthy, or it's just, you know, it doesn't work well.
It's people doing things that they don't know anything about.
Exactly, and wanting to profit off of it.
Yeah. So how many cats did you say there were worldwide in the wild?
Now this is just tigers, not big cats.
Okay, tigers.
Because of course, thank you, National Geographic.
That was the December issue?
The December 2019 issue actually was talking about the U.S. tiger trade. And Doc and Joe Exotic are in it. But it says that there's 3,900 tigers in the wild in Asia. How many in the U.S.? Lowballing estimate, 5,000.
That is ridiculous.
There's more tigers in the U.S. than in Asia.
Where they're actually from, which is fun. Yeah. And a lot of these things, people's backyards. This entire, 2 episodes just solidified the reason why I never want to go to Florida.
Thank you. Did you see the map? Did you see that map they showed where it was like a red pin where all the big cats are? The
it was like herpes all over Florida.
Is bonkers.
It's so bad.
You know what freaked me out? I think it was the second episode where it was like some crazy guy who had all these big animals in his farm, and then he went crazy and let them loose.
Oh my God, I know. Yeah, they had signs wild animals on the loose, beware. Yeah, that's crazy.
Bears, tigers, lions, jaguars.
How about that Tony Montana guy? What'd you think about that guy? You know what? I like him the most out of everybody.
I was gonna say, you just answered your own fucking question.
I think I liked him most. But then I had said to you, why is it that the crackhead is the only one that makes all the sense?
'Cause why? What did you say?
He said that how do you expect an endangered species to go up in numbers if you don't breed them? And how do you expect us to release them into the wild if there's no wild to release them to? Because the thing is too, poachers are still a thing.
Oh yeah.
So it's just, I'm when it comes to the species itself, I'm so torn, because do I think that it's partially our responsibility as society to try to help these animals not fall below the endangered species list? Yes. But also as a society, we want to thrive and make money. So of course we're going to take over as much land as possible. And it's you're killing the habitat that, even with shit that's going on now with COVID, people aren't going to beaches, and there's like wildlife that is coming back to shore. The waters are clearing up. It's all this stuff is happening, but it's like we want to help at the same time we're like killing shit.
Yeah, like it's life and death is married. So
you end up with these fucking, and I'm sorry to say it, these fucking rednecks.
What is it about the South?
And I'm not even saying rednecks towards white people, because you have your rednecks that are Puerto Ricans too. It's just a type of hick. That's all it is.
But why Florida? I don't get that.
I mean, why anything in Florida?
I know. Florida's so fucked.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's in the water or if it's like the drug cartels are just way too much. Did you see how they were like shoving coke inside the snakes and trading the snakes?
Those poor... See, I can't. It's just so bad.
And people, that's not even the worst of it. Like, this is just episode 2. And I said I felt bad earlier when we were talking, because I feel like the producers and makers of this documentary went in with one idea of what they were doing as far as their docuseries. And with every interview, it just was like, wait, what did you just say?
Yep.
Let's refocus this.
Yeah.
And it just kept happening. I felt so bad.
And so many people are just focusing on how weird Joe Exotic is, which the dude's weird, but that's not what.
But he's not even the weirdest part of this whole thing.
Oh no, but that's what I'm saying. Like, there's more to it. Like, but people are just focusing on him. You know.
I loved when they introduced Carol Baskin. The director was like, "Oh my gosh, she's dressed so perfectly. Look at her." And she had a little flower tiara.
Flower tiara, like the big flowy flower. She was, oh my,
like a fairy,
Earth Child, which is there's nothing wrong with that. She was just extra.
Yeah, she was. I don't know, dude. Like I said, we're only 2 episodes in, and I know this is only gonna get worse. But I feel like Joe Exotic is he's not the strangest part of this whole thing.
It's so weird, but like this stat that in Nat Geo is saying that estimates of tigers in the U.S. range from 5 to 10,000, but most of them are kept in roadside zoos or pets.
Yeah. Like with your fucking dog Fluffy and Peanut. Yeah.
I don't get. I told you before, but when I saw that little dachshund wiener dog in that cage with a lion,
were you worried?
I mean, the lion was just chilling, but I was like, ah!
Were you worried?
You know
what I thought was absolutely insane?
What?
Was the people that go to Doc's zoo or Joe's zoo and let their kids just play around with these little cubs like they're puppies. Yeah. Like, that baby was all up in that cub's face. I was like, oh my God.
Can we talk about that staff member who got her arm torn off?
Oh, I was just going to talk about that. Did you think he should have, like, held off on telling the public, like, before you hear it on the news, this is what's happened?
He's like this, we had a staff member whose arm was literally just torn off. We'll, like, refund your money or whatever, but, like, sorry.
Like, I feel like unless that had happened in front of those people, that conversation should have never taken place.
I agree.
Like, you should have just kept that little bit of information to yourself. Oh my God. He's such a fucking sicko.
With his wives.
Oh my God. Can we talk about how much these people get paid?
Like $100 a week? What did he say?
Yes. Now, yes. Right? So it's like his ex, whatever she was, said that she got paid about $100 a week. Now, the one that blew my mind the most was Baskin's fucking ripoff. That you have to work 12-hour days, and then you have to basically, like, they're like, it's a fast-paced program. There's no fucking program for this. Y'all working for free.
Yeah.
Just for a shirt.
Volunteers. Yeah, that's all.
For a damn shirt. It's so bad.
It's bad.
Well, yeah. When I went to the Aggie, I wanted to be a wild animal vet.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to do. And like, to become a vet alone, you had to put like 8 years of school into it.
It's a lot.
To do like some type of zoology or whatever else, it just took a whole nother. And I was like, I can't do this. There's no such thing as, if you're doing anything fast paced, especially in something like that, where it's like a program provided to you by this so-called zoo, it's bullshit. This is an accredited thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know if there could be a accredited thing for this.
I don't know enough to say anything. I just don't like it just irks me that these places are still in business.
I feel like you and I could walk into any zoo and be like, we want to work with tigers. You have an opening, and they would just hire us.
Doubtful, but
I don't know.
the little zoos, yes, but like.
But do you want to work for a little zoo?
No.
Like what? I feel like that would be the conditions of a circus.
Yep. Yeah, that's exact. It's a stationary circus. That's what that is. I'm all set.
I feel bad for all those animals. I feel, and like, I forget who, I think it was the like the drug kingpin that was talking, and he was like,
yeah,
he was like,
I like him.
That's the one I told you that I liked.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there like, we love our animals passionately, and we're giving them a home. I think he was the one that said, he's like, how are you going to release them to the wild when they have no wild to go to?
Right.
So he's like, so we try to accommodate them as best as you can. And of course, that makes sense. Like, I don't know how it makes sense and it doesn't make sense in my head, because should these animals be in their natural habitat? Yes. But if we're taking away their natural habitat, shouldn't it be on us to provide them with the best care that we possibly can?
Yeah. And also that just freak me out. Like, you go to Asia and it's like, oh, there's tigers here, like fucking squirrels.
You ever seen those videos?
I'm all
of
set.
Like, just so in Asia, and I think it was Indonesia specifically, I remember watching, God, I can't remember what it was, but I know it was something about like big cat attacks or whatever. So like the city is so overpopulated that they keep expanding into the wilderness and expanding and pushing back like the wildlife line.
Yeah.
That their tigers are actually coming into the cities and like attacking random strangers. It's like, if, like you said, like if a raccoon had rabies and it was just like running around like that.
Oh, I'm all set.
Like that's the shit that they have to deal with. That's the shit but it's like you're becoming so overpopulated that you now have to build into your forest. You're pushing into these animals' territories. Like, what did you think was going to happen?
Oh, exactly. That's your fault for colonizing. Or not
exactly.
Colonizing.
So it's like, how do we preserve these animals? How can we so badly want to preserve these animals when we're the ones destroying their habitats?
Pretty much.
That's like, what would we do if it was the reverse? If the fucking tigers just came in and took over the whole city.
Yeah, that'd be listen, that's why I'm freaked out if people have these roadside attractions and then the animal gets loose. It's like, oh, there's a tiger in my backyard.
Every year Kane gets tickets to the circus, and every year I'm like, no, I can't support something like that.
I remember seeing, I don't know what circus it was specifically, but they were doing hologrammed animals instead of actual animals.
But then again, like, what's the point?
Well, it looked very well done. Okay.
Yeah, no, that sounds like a better alternative.
Yeah, to keep it interesting, but I hate anything like that.
Yeah. Even when we went to the aquarium, like in Atlanta, I still felt so bad. Like when we saw like even like the little otters that just had like this little, it was like maybe just a little bit bigger than like one of those inflatable pools, but just as deep. Like I don't know how to describe it. It was pretty deep, but it's the space that they're in, it's about the size of a large inflatable pool. Like these are animals that are used to living in rivers and shit and like doing whatever the fuck. I don't know. I think about goldfish a lot. Because you're taking fish out of their natural habitat and putting them in these little tiny bowls.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine? That's like the quarantine that we're in now. I think about my mom. She's like in her bedroom. That's like a goldfish life.
Yep. That's exactly what it is.
And it's awful.
And someone just slips you food every now and again. It's prison.
Yeah. Here's a little bit of light.
Yeah.
Open the window.
Yeah, it sucks to think about.
It does.
Let's get on to happier topics.
Oh, we have something else? Okay.
Yeah.
Go
We
ahead.
have I could tell you about the movie we watched last night.
Ah, yes.
Speaking of
What
wild animals.
I have not watched anything other than Teen Wolf, but go ahead.
God, you're terrible. I watched Money Heist.
I watched 6 seasons, bitch.
Okay, I'll give you that.
All right.
Also watched Pet Sematary for the first time, so
Oh, yes, that's on Amazon Prime.
it is, which is where we saw it.
Did you read the book?
Listen. I pulled it out. Special.
Oh, there it is.
Pet Sematary. Stephen
How
King.
did it compare?
It was
I have a hair on my shirt. Excuse me.
as she claws it out of her chest.
I got it.
Um, the big picture was very similar, meaning like all the major events and kind of how it was detailed in the book.
Okay.
However, do you know do you remember the trailer for it?
No.
Well, family moves into a house in Maine.
Right.
You know, these big wheelers fly by their house because the speed limit's like 65 or whatever on that road.
Jesus.
And their cat, they ends up dying from the big wheelers.
Roadkill. Right.
Right. And there's a pet cemetery like up in the hills behind their house. And their old neighbor like tells them, you know, whatever you bury here is gonna come back to life.
Ew.
Like bury the cat, it comes back, you know. But the cat's like mad creepy and very like aware, you know.
This isn't a remake, is it? There's no remake for Pet
Yeah,
Sematary?
no, there was one made in like the 90s. But
Okay.
and
So
then
what
in
did
the
this cat
book,
look like? I need to
what?
know. What did the
Cat?
cat look like? Yeah.
Actually the newer cat was very well done. It was so creepy. Um it was a beautiful cat though. But in the movie, the new one, right? That came out last year. It's the like 8-year-old daughter that gets hit by an 18-wheeler. So he buries her in the pet cemetery to bring her back because, you know, grief and everything. But in the book, it was the little boy who was like 3, 4, or 5, something like that.
Oh, okay. I'm like missing something here.
What?
So this isn't just about pets.
No.
Okay, that's the part I was missing.
Yeah. Let me just show you this cat though, because I know this is probably like a CG cat. Oh
Can
no.
you lower the brightness?
Yeah, I got you.
All the things you'll learn. Dale pa allá, because my face is in the way. There we go.
Can you see it?
Oh, lower it. Ew.
Ew.
That's like night when he first wakes up.
Yep.
Like,
But
who dare disturbs my slumber?
the cat is, and it's also the cat's it's more violent after it came back to life. But of course,
Okay.
in the movie, the girl gets hit by the 18-wheeler and they bury her per usual. And the dad is like, you know what, honey, take the son and go away. I'm gonna stay home with my grief. And he ends up going to the cemetery, unburying his daughter, and putting her in the pet cemetery, where she comes back to life.
So
And
did they have like a whole ceremony and he just like dug her up
that happened in the book, but again, it was the little boy, not the girl.
right.
So it's very similar to the book. Obviously minus a few things, but the main story is there. I liked the story, like I liked the book a lot more,
Of
obviously.
course.
Because it's Stephen King. Hello. The only recognizable face that I know in the movie is John Lithgow. Plays like the older neighbor who knows about like the history of the pet cemetery and everything.
Because he's probably lived there his entire life.
Yeah, and he thought about and I can't remember for sure, but his wife died, and he thought about, you know, like putting her in the pet cemetery.
So do they go into like the history of this cemetery? Like why?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that like a big spoiler?
Not really, but it's you know, he likes Indian burial grounds, so
Yeah. Stephen
um
King is such a weird man.
I know, but I do like his weird brain. It's I mean, you can't see it, but I have like 2 shelves up in there that are all Stephen King, so.
I believe you. I also believe you have stacks somewhere else.
I don't actually.
No? You
Mm-mm.
display all your Stephen King?
Yeah,
I
yes.
need to get a bookcase. I need one, like, urgently.
My dad had to build me 2, so.
I was just gonna ask, do you think your dad would build me one?
Probably,
Have him
yeah.
quote me a price.
Listen, I've been like begging this man to build me a 3rd one because I'm out of room.
I saw Daniela's Christmas tree
Oh yeah, my dad
that
built
he
that.
made. Yeah, that was cool. Well, is that all you watched? Was that Pet Sematary, or did you watch something else?
We last night we watched Jumanji: The Next Level. The second Jumanji movie.
So, I've not seen any of those.
Have you seen at least the original with Robin Williams?
Of course.
Okay.
Millions of times.
So I'll tell you this at least about the new one. So you know that the original in '95 was filmed, parts of it were filmed in Keene, New Hampshire. So in the newer ones, that with The Rock and Kevin Hart, are the family of like the kids. They're in New Hampshire. That's where they're from.
Okay.
And in the second one, the main kid, his grandfather lives with his mom now, and his grandfather is played by Danny DeVito. Because I knew Danny.
A lot of big names.
Yeah. So Danny DeVito has like the New England accent.
Oh, is it any good?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, good.
But let me continue. And then his friend is Milo comes over in the beginning, and it's played by Danny Glover. Do you know who that is? He was in Lethal Weapon. He's like, I'm getting too old for this shit. Predator
I'm sure
2?
if I saw his face,
Predator
I'd know
2.
it. What?
Predator 2?
If I saw his face, I'm sure I'd know it.
Let me show you real quick. But do you know, like, the premise is it's a video game, they all get sucked in, and the kids are played by avatars that are Rock, Karen Gillan, Kevin Hart.
Oh, I know who Danny Glover is. Thank you.
You do?
Yeah, Javi just showed me.
Oh, thank you, Javi. So Danny DeVito and Danny Glover's characters get pulled into the game too, along with the kids.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
And
because
so,
in these new ones, it's a video game, not a board game.
Right.
Okay.
So picture Danny DeVito gets sucked into the body of The Rock.
Oh.
So The
right.
Rock has to do a New England fucking accent, and it is.
Is it bad?
It's so bad. and it's for a vast majority of the movie, and it's Danny DeVito, so he has to do all like the what?
His
Yeah,
little kicks and shit. Yeah.
And it's funnier than I thought it would be. And The Rock sucks at doing Boston accents so bad.
I feel like
What do
Dwayne
you
Johnson.
Want? Huh? What? I was over there.
I feel like Dwayne Johnson is just going to be a constant surprise. Like, just when you think he's going to be really bad at something, he ends up being really good at it.
No, that's not even the best part. Danny Glover gets sucked into Kevin Hart. So Kevin Hart has to do a Danny Glover impression the whole time. And
How is that?
Gold. What do you want?
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yes. Sorry, Mom.
Too loud?
No, she's meeting in 20 minutes, so we have to keep the fucks to a minimum.
Oh.
Can you show her my note? She wrote me a note. Ready? Show her the note. I have a church council meeting at 11. Please keep
the fucks
and yelling down.
You're wicked loud between you and your phone.
It's a church meeting, and she's dropping F-bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I may be a Christian, sweet pea, but you know.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? We're talking about Jumanji. Go away.
Oh, I loved it.
My dad and my mom don't really enjoy fun things like we do. They were laughing the whole fucking time with that.
Were they? Aw.
Because my dad is like me. He likes the action. He doesn't really like a lot of. It takes a while for him to like comedy stuff, but he likes The Rock and he loves kind of together, and I do too.
I like it.
So, but Kevin Hart does an amazing Danny Glover impression. I'll just say that it's gold.
Where did you watch it?
Amazon Prime. It's available for rent for $6.
Are they both on there?
Yes.
Okay. Amazon Prime pulling through again.
Yeah. See? Amazon Prime is like killing it.
They are.
I don't know what
They're
it
doing their
is.
thing. I don't either. I don't know why I didn't sign up for it sooner.
Now, it wasn't, obviously, it's Jumanji. It's not going to be the greatest fucking movie of all time. But I was laughing. It was cute. It was enjoyable. I like Karen Gillan. She kicks ass.
I mean,
I mean, Jack Black is in it too,
do
which
you
is a taste, but
didn't he say he was retiring? Is that him? I can't remember.
yeah. Yeah.
It was him?
Yeah.
So if you had an option of watching the newer Jumanjis versus the old one, like the original Robin Williams one.
It doesn't compare.
No. Is it like totally different, but like
It's its new thing. Like it's
Oh,
own
it's a whole
beast.
separate new
Yeah.
okay. I wonder if it's gonna be like that with Dr. Dolittle.
Oh yeah, because it's completely different. It's not even like present day. It's
Back in the day.
yeah.
Like centuries ago.
Yeah.
I have to go to the grocery store.
Well, that's not really amazing content.
No, it's not. Well, I've had these last few days off, which I think is great. But I'm nervous. Also, can I just say, just because I feel like we're wrapping this up already, how amazing it is that we were able to get N95 masks. Did you see that?
From the Kraft family.
Yeah, like they
Shout
went.
out.
So I guess like the military has to go through all this red tape to cross into other territories, but for whatever reason, Kraft family's airplane was like, "Oh, we got this."
Yeah, let me just give you my Patriots jumbo jet to use.
And those masks are going across the entire United States. So I don't want to fucking hear that you're not a Pats fan.
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking hear it.
I also don't want to hear any bullshit about his stupid blowjob thing down in whatever.
You know, that didn't bother me.
Me neither.
I did, like, I don't know, like, if it was like a sex trafficking thing, then maybe it bothered me, like,
The
like,
dude just wanted a Hummer.
That's a little sketchy. But if it's just like a whole, like, massage parlor with happy endings thing, it's not gonna bother me. Because I feel like less famous people are into sketchier things.
Yes. And not only that, but I think you can forgive the man because look what he's just done.
That's also true.
See? Well, I mean, we're losing TB, but so
I the last time I was at work was Wednesday night into Thursday morning, and I feel like I'm gonna go in tomorrow night, and it's gonna be a whole different planet that I'm walking into.
Because you never know what you're walking into.
The last time I was there, I was literally like, we were arguing with nurses over masks. That's how bad it was. They didn't want to hand them over, and we're not gonna go in there unprotected, so figure it out. And it was just like a fight the whole fucking night. So they said they were gonna sort them out over the weekend, and then hopefully within the next few days they were gonna distribute so many to each hospital. So I guess we'll see what happens.
That's crazy. But thank you, Kraft family.
Yeah, for sure.
It's nice to see the Patriots logo just like
that was so satisfying, especially when the rest of the country
hates us.
Hates us. I'm not mad at Tom Brady either.
Me neither. I'm kind of not mad, but I'm like irked. He did that whole like commercial about
I'm not going anywhere.
I'm not going, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, just kidding. I am going somewhere."
But is it weird that like even though I was always like such a huge fan of his, I won't say huge, but I was a fan for sure.
Yeah.
At the same time, I'm like, you're not from here, because you're from California originally.
Oh yeah, I always forget that. But he's been with us for so long. I'm just like, why now? Is it really all about the money now, or?
Yeah, because it's a significant difference.
I know.
He's getting like 30 mil, right?
Where's the loyalty?
I mean, so think of it. I thought of it this way. Do you remember? Fuck, you never even got this far on Sons of Anarchy. But when Clay saw that he was like dwindling in his years as a prez, like he had like a year or two left, he got the whole MC involved in with a drug cartel and bigger guns just to cash out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just to cash out.
Yeah.
That's what Tom Brady's doing. He knows he doesn't have a very long leash in this career. He's trying to cash out.
He already makes enough. Like, you need more.
You would think so, but
Sell your
you
mansion.
you never fucking know. So I don't blame him. I get why he did it. It just fucking sucks. But hopefully this new person, whoever the fuck he is.
I mean, Belichick is the master behind it all, but
Yeah, but Brady also knew what he was doing. And I'm afraid that he's gonna go to the next team and like spill secrets.
no. But he was a great quarterback though, and like bringing the team together. Like
He was.
that's
But you already
I don't know.
oh, I'm gonna die laughing if we make it to the Super Bowl with the first Super Bowl with this kid. I'm gonna laugh. Yeah. I'm not mad at him though. It's fine.
You can't be mad at him because he gave us many good years, many
He
rings.
did. Super fond memories. He broke records. So, with or without him, we still have how many rings? A good team. Yeah.
We have Belichick. So, we need him.
Yes, that's all we need. I would love it though, like if he retired and he came back to coach Tom Brady. That would be pretty dope.
And I think we would accept him with open arms, you know?
Oh, I absolutely agree. I completely agree. I'm just waiting.
We're loyal, okay?
Yes, if anything. Even like when I was just going to talk about baseball. We went forever as the losing team, the Red Sox, and I was always a Red Sox fan. I don't care how shitty of a season we had. I'm dying for baseball season. It sucks because of shit that's going on right now. I'm missing out, but I'm still a fan.
That's surprising to me because it's like, baseball? Nope.
I love baseball. And no one gets it. They're like, it's the most boring sport ever. I love it.
I like going to them rather than watching them.
So I had said that, and I was told that it's the most boring thing ever, either on TV or at home. Because unless it's like a close game, like there's really nothing happening. Oh. But I feel like with football, the great thing about watching it on screen is that you get to see the play from above. If you were in the stands, you just see people running at each other. You don't see the science behind it. Not that I understand the science behind it, but still.
That's why I would never pay to go to a Patriots game, because you see shit. And you're paying top dollar for these things.
I would go if someone was like, oh, I have tickets. Do you want to come? I'd be like, oh, for fuck's, yeah, for sure.
I would never pay. I would never pay.
No. My brother goes to My brother goes to a lot of basketball games. Basketball doesn't really do anything for me. Howie's a huge fan of basketball. I played basketball for a year in high school and I didn't really like it.
I did it too as a kiddo, but
yeah. But I don't know what it is about baseball. I think I played center, but it's only because I made varsity team my freshman year as a center player. But it was only because I was 5'9". Never played basketball a day in my life before that.
I played like 5 sports as a kid and I sucked at all of them. So
what did you play?
Basketball, softball, soccer. I did gymnastics for a little bit.
You ran?
Huh?
You were running on a field?
Shut it. Actually no, because I played defense a lot.
Oh, okay.
Was I good? No.
I wasn't either.
And I feel like I'm forgetting something, but no, I think that was it.
Oh. Yeah, no. I think what fascinates me about baseball is like you have this small object coming at you at just under 100 miles per hour, and you're supposed to bang it out of the park with this little stick.
Terrifying.
I feel like it's like a serious skill. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing I love more than watching Javier Baez steal bases. Love it.
Of course you love it.
The mastermind. I love it.
I'll watch
Jacoby Ellsbury used to do the same thing. He was my favorite player on the Red Sox because he would just steal bases all day.
Yep.
Loved it.
So I at least know what you're talking about.
At least, how did we get here? What were we talking? Oh, because we're talking about the Kraft family. Okay. Well, yeah. Did we get everything?
Yeah, I think so. So, in other words, watch Money Heist.
Yes. Teen Wolf is awesome.
Teen Wolf is awesome. Jumanji's kind of okay. And so
we're working on Tiger King.
Working on Tiger King, so more to come, I'm sure.
But I think we're like the last of the stragglers to watch it because everybody already watched it.
I'm not watching it, not because everybody's watching it, but because it just sounds so out there. You have to know. You gotta know.
I think I'm only watching it because I don't know what's going on.
Yes, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Like, I don't understand because everybody's focusing on Carol Baskin and feeding her husband to the tigers and how weird Joe Exotic is. But then I start watching it and I'm like, are we forgetting about the rest of these fucking people that are just as weird, if not weirder than these two motherfuckers? But also,
what?
We're only 2 episodes in, so.
I know it's going to get even worse.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, so in a nutshell, Florida. Don't go.
I don't. He's from Oklahoma.
Who?
Joe Exotic.
Right.
But she's
in Florida.
I can't remember where Doc is.
I thought he was Florida too. Because he has something in Miami Beach.
Can you double check that for me?
I got you. Right here.
She chooses to pick up the book instead of picking up her phone and just Googling it.
Because it's literally right in front of me.
So is your phone.
What?
I said, so is your phone.
Listen. Myrtle Beach. Oh, so he's in, I thought it was
South Carolina.
I'm sorry. So he's in, where's Myrtle Beach?
South Carolina. I just said that.
Yes. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought it said Miami Beach.
Oh, South Carolina. Myrtle Beach is like popping all summer long too. So I can imagine the kind of money this motherfucker's making.
They charge like $800 for to take a photo with a cub.
There was that guy, it was like $650 or something.
Yeah.
Including all that. He's like, this is my 3rd time coming this week. I was like, who's got money like that?
And why would you spend it on a photo? Like when you go to Orlando or whatever, and you go to Universal and Disney and you take those like stupid, or you even go to a roller coaster and it's like that photo where you're like, ah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, $20. I'm like, fuck no.
We did that when we went to the aquarium, remember? We took a picture on the way in and then we were like, I'm not paying for this.
I'm not paying $20 for that. Sorry.
I don't need that.
Take a selfie outside.
Yeah. And the only great part of that entire aquarium was like the initial coming in, because when we finished up with like the dolphins and stuff, that wasn't really, because you had to like pay extra to get in there.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't like it when you're making your animals but I don't like it when you're forcing animals to perform.
Yep.
Like, I don't like even doing that with my kids when they were little.
Yeah.
Like, sing for me. I'm like, no, they're not here for your entertainment, you asshole.
Yep. That's why nobody likes SeaWorld either, so.
Oh my God. Did you ever see that documentary?
Fucked.
Yeah. Are they still open?
Yeah.
He's rising from the dead. Yeah. Gross.
I know. We should get off this now. Are we saying bye?
I guess.
Before we say goodbye. Don't forget, though, to follow us on our social.
Yes.
Insta and Facebook, WAM617. You can also find us on YouTube now.
Yeah.
Just search for us, Wicked Awkward Assholes. We'll be there eventually.
Instagram. Oh my God, song of the week.
What about it? You haven't posted?
No, I have not.
You're cool.
I usually do it at work. I'm not at work.
Listen.
I'll do it today.
It was just a fit for a King song because they're boss.
They are.
Yeah. So.
All right, then. Y'all have a lovely day.
You have a lot of home to do. Yeah. So you can't not watch these things.
No, yeah, I don't want to fucking hear any excuses. God damn it.
Regardless.
I can't wait to see your face in person again, by the way.
No. I can't see nobody anymore.
No, it's bad.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Peace out, bitches.